First of all, thank you very much. I know Erez, the previous speaker, for a long time, and I think they have a great product, and I hope that I would be able to invest in the future in his product. So in any way, I'm a little bit more a nervous person with HDD, so I will not stand over here. I want to talk about how you do aquaculture in a more sustainable and more modern way. We've been in the aquaculture over 30 years as a fish producer and a fish provider, and we reached the aquaculture RAS system in about 20 years ago when we faced different challenges. And today, the mission that we took upon ourselves is actually to supply the growing population a sustainable food in a sustainable way. And what we are trying to do is actually to move the production of fish from the ocean and from lakes or river near the cities, near the main cities or main population area, without harming the environment and without adding chemicals on antibiotics or anything like that. So basically, what are the benefits of close containment aquaculture with related to cage or pond culture? So there are several items that are very crucial. The first one is environmental conscience. We reduce the water consumption, we reduce pollution, we are naturally healthy, we have no chemicals in our product, we don't use any antibiotics or hormones, and it's a free disease system. Then there is operationally smart. Basically everything is under a big data platform with machine learning, AI, and all the modern technology. Everything is under control. The chain of supply is shortened significantly because you don't have long range of transportation, etc., etc. And it's a streamlined production. So basically there is no seasonality. We are not depending on winter and summer. We have a constant condition for the fish to produce and to grow. It's environmentally, and there is a fish welfare which is significantly much better than open pond or the cages. Then there is a biosecurity protocol. If you come to facility where we grow fish, it's like a hospital. People are wearing customs like that. It's cleaner than most of the hospitals in the world. It's really a very, very good system that will keep all the environment clean. And the last thing is that we have less transportation, and we have, because our product is processed in pre-rigor process, we have longer shelf life in the supermarkets. So basically, the energy that we are offering to produce, we are using much less energy, 70% less on energy, and we use about 90% less from a traditional system. We have our technology is based on the Israeli technology due to the desert condition. The system was developed to reduce the energy and the water and to be able to give the best condition to the fish. So basically, those are the challenges in a traditional farming. There is escapees, disease, uncontrolled temperature, excessive use of antibiotics. Now, for example, there is in the salmon industry, there is algae bloom. Because of the global warming, you can see that algae are coming up from deep sea and killing. There is a lot of pollution to the ocean, and there is an impact on the ocean. And basically, you can see the World Bank is predicting lack of supply, growth on human. So this is really the platform to go and to answer. And the RAS system, the recirculating aquaculture system, is actually answering the nutritionists, bringing nutritious food for the growing population, increased fish consumption, sustainable food, and depleting the fish in the ocean. You can see I prepared some kind of a sample for the supply chain. You can see how the typical supply chain is going in a salmon industry, for example. You can see it's going from the small production, transfer to the whale boat, transfer to the sea cage, transport back, transport to the processing, transport to the trucks, air transportation or sea transportation, then another land freight. While if you are building the RAS system, you are building it near the cities, near the population, directly from the facility, transport directly to the market on a daily basis. You don't have to wait, you don't have to accumulate in your storage. You produce, if for example you have a 10,000 ton product facility, you take out every day 80 ton to the market. If you have a 1,000 ton project, you will take 4 ton a day, 250 days a year into the market, continuously every day. This is one of the projects that we build that I wanted to show you. It's a vertically integrated project. The project here is actually from the beginning to the very end. We start with the hatchery, where we have the brood stock. We spawn the eggs, we hatch them in the same facility. We then put it into the production. We grow the fish all the way. Below, you can see the smaller building is a processing plant. And from the processing plant, the product go to the market. The water go from the facility, from the fish. We have a greenhouse below. The water go to the greenhouse to grow tomatoes and cucumbers. And the rest of the water is going to a tunnel. There is a coal mining tunnel below this facility. And the water is also going to grow mushroom. So you can see that we cycle all the water from the fish to the tomatoes, cucumbers, and you can see how close the facility is to the city. It's almost inside the city. There is no pollution, there is no noise, there is no smell. It's clean. It's everything that we want to have from industry and from food production. Oops, doesn't move. Okay, I will not talk too much about this slide, just to show you that with related to protein production, fish is the most efficient animal from pork or chicken or beef or lamb, from various aspects, carbon footprint and land use and FCR and energy, etc. But if you look at the traditional industry versus the RAS system, you can see that the product that we are offering is actually also reducing tremendously all the aspects of the production. Basically, these are the most sustainable aspect of the business, the low carbon footprint because of the transportation, the land efficient, and the rest of the items that I was indicating in the past. That's just to show you a little bit about the transportation. The main source of the production of salmon for industry is Norway and Chile, and this is how it's moving around the world. You can see that so much carbon footprint problem and transportation and usage, everything from 1 or 2 main hubs or 3 with Tasmania into the main markets. And if you look at the tonnage, it's really amazing. And these are also all the UN sustainable goals. From the beginning to the very end, I will not go through all of them, but most of the systems, the RAS system, are answering most of those goals in the UN problem. So just to show you different case studies, we are now finishing a project in Japan near Tokyo. It's a 5,000 ton project, and you can see that we rank a very, very high level of ESG, and this is in the project. It's a proximal, so we got a green lights for everything, for the production, for the manufacturing, for harvest, for the processing. Everything is under high standard. We are now looking into more system around the world. We have over 30 years of experience. People think that it's a new technology. Actually, it's not new technology. It's been delayed from various reasons, but now because of the lack of ability to produce and ocean pollution, the RAS is taking the place that it should be. Just to talk a little bit about the economics of the project, because people are always asking about that. So if you are looking at the annual production, you can see that the economy of scale is really significant. So if you look and you are looking into a project, look for the economy of scale. Smaller project will not be able to compete with the existing production system, so you need to be able to produce bigger scale, but the returns are very, very good. If you look at the operational profit of 2,500, it's about 57% operational profit, and 20,000, of course, 67% operational profit. And if you look at also the cost of production, the cost of production of the product is actually lower than the traditional methods in the cages. And when you're looking at a project, I would not invest in a project personally. We are investing with our client, and we are looking for partners. We are not looking only to sell our product. We are looking to invest with you. We are looking to go on a long journey together. Our company produced fish from '89. We invest in 16 species, and we are looking for partners on a long term. So if you are looking for an exit strategy of 5 to 7 years, it will not happen. If you are looking to grow your business, if you are looking to expand your business and on a long term, then we are the partner for you. We are not looking only to supply the technology. It's very difficult also to execute projects. People think that the investment and the building, the construction of the project, or to get the money is the problem. The main challenge is not that. The main challenge is the execution side. So be aware when you are going to this investment that you have the right team to operate it, to execute it. You need the fish nutritionist, you need the right feed, you need fish veterinarian, you need all those people to operate. And this is why we are looking for, okay, it's too small, talking about return on investment, etc. We are now looking for a project that the ROI will be from 6.5 to 7 years. Thank you very much. If you have any question, I will be more than happy to answer.
Thank you. Do we have any questions on the ground? Any questions? One right there.
I ask the question regarding the nutrition content for farm fish and wild fish? Because for example, let's say the DHA content, how you compare those?
So I think it's a good question because mainly the protein source was coming from fish meal in the past in high level. But today there is a substance like algae and other sources that are not from the fish. So it's not on the expense of the fish that are coming from the oceans. The main goal of the nutrition of today is actually to look for more vegetarian source and more agriculture oriented. If you look at the premixes or the premix of the feed, is contained from amino acid structure, ash, vitamins, protein, and I would say that in the future, now it's about 6 to 20% protein source from fish meal, and now it's going lower and lower, and the protein source will be from insects, from other sources that will be more environmental friendly.
Thank you. I believe in the interest of time, perhaps we can take this off stage. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, please give our speaker a big round of applause. Thank you, sir.